Hi, hello, we are live. I just realized my mic was muted at the time, but everyone else is fine.
So we're okay.
I thought we just dropped out as soon as we
Yeah.
I was
jumped
like,
in.
well, that sucks,
Yeah.
but also appropriate.
Yes.
because I tried to sneak onto the channel this weekend.
Yes, I saw.
to test.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
I think I saw.
I couldn't do it, so you
Oh,
and me, Jordan, at some point we have to
What
get
channel?
reacquainted. This channel, all of this that's happening here
What do you mean sneak on? Like you
Yes.
can't just come on? What?
on an unscheduled live stream. I was trying to test it because
Oh,
yeah, you could
fucked
always-
around.
yeah.
I fucked around, and now I got to find out.
Yeah, we can figure stuff
Yeah.
out off
Yeah,
stream.
we'll do that. But more importantly, Steph needs our help as hopefully people start trickling in.
Again, we like kind of got here pretty late.
Well,
2
I mean,
2
we're
minutes.
on-
2
on
minutes.
time.
Dramatic.
That's on time for LORC.
Well, I mean,
2
we should have
minutes-
starting
2
soon
minutes
going a little
late
bit
is-
longer first, you
Yeah,
know.
maybe.
Well, someone had to finish their hair, so
Oh no,
Steph.
I was here 10 minutes beforehand. Yes, I was also late, even for the standard that I set. My bad.
I didn't understand that you wanted us to be here so far in advance to get acquainted. I'm still taking very much umbrage with this word, but I'm going to go with it.
Yes,
For this
That's what we
specifically
did.
this word.
We've done that too for like. I mean, ideally it was always 6:30. Be ready.
Yeah.
Yes, always 30 minutes of prep.
Oh, that's what it is. I'm ready for when we stream on Sundays, not so much the Tuesdays.
Yep.
This is the hottest mess of an opening we've ever had.
I love it. It makes us us.
This
We
is
got
why
character.
Blue Chew won't come to us for an ad.
Oh, yes, this is why.
This is why
I thought it was because of all your racist comments.
they'll go on every other podcast and advertise, but they won't come to us.
So, Steph, you hit us with a bombshell literally 5 minutes before we went live.
Yeah.
And
On
this is something that we all collectively, all of us need to speak about.
Yes.
And that is what to name this adorable creature of a dog. That's now on stream for everyone to see.
So cute.
Oh my God. I want to
Like,
I get
hold
to
him.
meet him tomorrow.
Steph
So I'm gonna
Steph
see
just starts telling
tomorrow.
us, "Oh, I have another dog now. She already has 2 in her house." And then
Snowball!
Shouts to Cod Onyx. Thank you for following.
Thank you.
Snowball.
And
Swiffer.
I'm thinking, oh, like dog. I'm thinking just dog. I'm not even thinking anything special.
Yeah.
And then she shows us this picture, and immediately the three of us
Cutest
were all
dog
like,
I've ever seen.
"Oh my god!
Oh my God, I want to hold it in one hand.
I've only known this dog for 5 minutes, but I'm ready to kill everyone and myself to protect it."
See, I'm okay. It's cute.
It's
Yeah.
super fucking cute, and
Look
don't
how
you
cute
dare
it is,
say
Leland.
anything less.
Look, I'm not saying it's not cute. You know I'm a dog guy. This is not a dog that I would buy.
Look at its small face.
You
Look
think
at
I would
it.
go out? It's not that I wouldn't go out and buy it. It's because I wouldn't go out and buy it. Not that it's not cute, just not because I don't know. Aren't these
Leland,
dogs like hella expensive?
it's
Yes.
so
Yeah.
little.
Look
It
at it.
is. It's a tiny puppy. It's adorable. All puppies are cute. But let's get on to the real subject.
What do we call it?
It doesn't have a name.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
That's-
dog right now.
That's when we had to shut things down and wait until we were live
Call him DOG.
because
I've
this
let-
dog needs the perfect name.
It does.
Yeah, I've only known of like whereabouts of this dog in like the last hour. Like I got off of work,
Wow.
I got a call on Messenger, and my dad straight up
dad.
was like, "Steph, what is his name?
Why is that such
And I
a
was just
threatening
like-
picture?
What do you mean?"
Like there should be a newspaper right next to
Look
it
at this.
showing the date.
Yeah, he was just like, "What do I?" And look at his fur; it's just like lined down, like
It
in
is cute.
layers.
It's adorable. That's right.
I just don't have a name.
So far, Max is what they've come up with, and
Yeah,
that's just not good
Max
enough.
And
No.
Buddy.
Ooh, I like.
Smund.
Ooh, how about Mojo?
Joe.
Mojo's
I'm
not a
gonna
bad
just
name.
write these down and
Mojo
then we're gonna
Jojo.
just go over in a list.
Ooh. Oh, I think the boring is related to Max.
Yeah, Max is not a here. Max is a fine dog name
For a
for
person.
like a golden retriever.
Yeah, or
It's
like
not
like
that
dumb-looking
dog.
bimbo dog.
Yeah, like that dog is not Max.
Yeah.
That dog is something. Now you said, Steph, that your dad's been calling him Buddy, or no, you both said Buddy at the
Yeah,
same
I
time.
had
No.
but
Honestly,
like, I
Goes
wanted,
right on that same level.
yeah,
same
I
level.
It's
want
fine. It's better than Max.
Yeah.
if I
It is
were
better than Max, yeah.
if I were to get a hamster, I wanted to name it Buddy. So I've always had that in mind for a name. And it just so happened that when my dad was talking about it in the car, I was just like, Buddy. But I didn't say it out loud. And then when I called him and we were talking, he goes, what about Buddy? And
No.
I was just like, oh.
Executive
You said
decision,
it. Basic ass
Buddy and Max
motherfucker.
are off the table.
Yeah.
All right? Now hear about...
Absolutely not.
Now
I,
hear me out
me
here.
and Steph agreed with that it should be called Sushi. And frankly, Steph, if it's your goddamn dog, you can call it whatever the fuck you want.
True.
No.
Yeah.
I vote for Omega Rugal in order
Omega.
in order to celebrate the release of DLC character Omega Rugal in King of Fighters 15.
Stormageddon.
Absolute Vindicator.
We call it AV for short.
Yeah.
Sora,
I don't know. I like Sushi or Mojo.
Cloud. Cloud was cute.
Cloud's good.
Yeah. What about what was Billie Eilish's first TikTok name? Pussy Destroyer or something like that?
No, that's not what we're not. Pussy Destroyer, no! Come here! Come here now!
Damn
How
it,
about-
PD.
Unchained Dominator. How about that?
Pussy Destroyer.
Fur Beast.
Furry, fluffy. I'm just like, I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like happy, but also very nervous.
Well, you're naming a creature forever, so.
It's true.
Well,
Peanut
Not
butter.
that too. It's just,
Mm.
oh.
Nah.
Jelly.
Maybe I'll find out. Like maybe when I'm like actually like holding,
How
Get
about
to
Cookie?
know
Like-
the dog. Yeah.
hanging out, then I'll come up with some other stuff. But oh, just give it a funny.
Jonathan Joestar.
come here.
Josiah.
No.
Give you 4 names and 1 comment, Steph.
Yeah, Revi, why are you so
Wet Jet's the
so
one
hard
I
on-
take.
on
Yeah,
on
Wet
cleaning
Jet's the one
products?
that bothers me most out of that.
Wet Jet.
Dusty Swiffer,
Harambe.
wet jet mop.
Ooh.
My dad freaking
How about applesauce?
Ooh. Anything with an apple name is dumpling.
like my dad literally
Soup
called me
dumpling.
twice and
Wait.
then messaged me and he goes, Puma? Ha 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 ha. And I was like, what?
Steph, you're missing the obvious. R. Kelly.
No.
You call it Kelly.
No.
And it just pees on everything.
And it's
No.
gonna. Because you got a fucking puppy.
And you can't
I
stop
know.
it. You can't stop
That's
it from
like-
happening.
Okay. That's like one of the like
R.
don't get
Kelly
me wrong.
won't stop peeing on things.
I'm
You want
like
to help R. Kelly? Get some therapy for R. Kelly.
Yeah.
I'm like super excited, but like at the same time, like it's reality. Like
Oh yeah. No,
puppies
you
are
should
a
not be
lot
having
of
this
work.
dog.
Also,
That's why I'm just
did
like,
you want a dog? I would be mad if someone called up and was like, "Hey, you now have a dog." I don't have time for a dog. Like you just
well,
can't.
okay, like that's what I mean. Like at one, I haven't gone out of my way to ever get a dog because of like my living
These dogs just come
situation.
to you apparently.
Like yeah, like it just so happens that like roommates already have dogs and then I just get to play with the dogs. And you
Oh,
know,
yeah.
I treat them like they're my dog, but at the end of the day, they're not my dogs, but I'll treat
Dog
them all
dogs.
like my babies, you know?
Okay, one thing,
Ah.
Steph. Scott says 3-Pac.
Christ.
Which is fun, but I think we just go back to the source and call it Tupac.
Dude. Well, actually, is your background still Tupac? Is that still what's behind your camera?
No, she got that rainbow thing going on.
Oh yeah, yeah.
No,
I
but
got my
behind
favorite.
that is
Oh,
a
Oh, her
there's a
Tupac,
default.
her life-size poster of Tupac that's behind her door. Yeah, it's still there.
Mhm.
You guys
On the
don't
ceiling.
understand how mad I made Steph over the weekend.
Well, let's
right.
get into it. You guys
Yeah,
did
we'll-
something weird.
We'll table the dog discussion
yeah.
for
Yes,
for
yes, yes.
a while.
We,
Yeah,
we've,
Steph-
given you, we've given you a lot of
I'll get
names.
into it.
Steph,
Night
meet
fever.
meet the dog. See if whatever you come up with works with the dog.
Pepsi.
Pepsi's kinda cute.
Pepsi,
That is
Pepsi,
really
that's a
cute.
I am,
good
I
name.
am mad at Pepsi. Yeah.
I'll note that for my dad. He Hold on.
Coke and rum.
Pepsi.
But Koken is spelled like what's that kid from Home Alone?
Kevin McAllister.
Yeah, Kevin
The
McAllister.
actor.
McAllister.
There. You spell Colkin. Colkin like Colkin rum.
Colkin.
Come at me over Macaulay Culkin.
You took so long to do all that. I don't even know where you started, and I still don't know where you ended up.
I do that thing where I'm about to say something and then it just disappears. And then I'm just left fumbling trying to figure out what was I trying to say.
It's like watching a man tumble down the Grand Canyon.
See? Almost happened to you just now.
Oh my god.
I still got
death.
there though,
Holy
and I had a line. I had a
righteous.
direct path. What the fuck did you two do this weekend?
We did a lot.
So
Let's find out.
About
Motherfuckers going on adventures and shit.
About 6 months ago, I saw that, oh my
Flashback.
gosh, the Colorado Symphony is going to have a Final Fantasy VII Remake concert. I must attend this. So I went ahead and bought myself and my brother tickets for it 9 months ago. And I told Steph, and Steph's like, I want to go, as Steph is wont to do.
Yeah.
And so she did also buy tickets right next to me and my brother.
Yeah.
And then for 6 long months, I've waited.
Was this pushed back?
I've waited. It was not pushed back at all.
Yeah,
No.
no.
Oh, okay.
Crazy enough. But finally, on March 19th, we got to see the Final Fantasy VII Remake Orchestra. And when I tell you that it's one of the greatest weekends of my entire life, I am not exaggerating at all. There's no hyperbole in that sentence.
Yeah,
it
really
was
fun.
it was such a fun trip. Everything went perfectly. Everything went smoothly.
Yeah.
Generally no complaints. But here's the crazy thing. My highlight of this entire trip wasn't actually the orchestra. My highlight of the entire trip was that we watched somebody's dad get beat up.
What?
Yeah, it was really bizarre.
Fucking plot twist.
We watched somebody's dad get beat up, and it was crazy.
At the event?
No,
We
no,
were
not
actually
In the airport.
we were outside of the Capitol. The
Yeah, we
Capitol
were
building of
outside
Denver.
walking of the capital of Denver. We were right at the stoplight, and then all of a sudden, at least from what I remember, Jordan will correct me on anything, but
Yeah.
what I
I
visibly
wouldn't even
saw,
remember. It was 2 days ago.
There
Look,
was
a lot of things
going on.
happened.
a lot of things happened.
They're in Colorado.
Yeah.
So we were at the corner, and I'm just taking pictures of everything, and you just hear, or I visibly saw people run out of a car behind another car
Yes.
and run up to the car, and it was just like, oh shit, what's happening?
We
And then-
saw one man kind of like square up,
Yeah.
and then this other dude immediately put his hands on him.
Yeah.
And the dude was not prepared at all for this to happen.
It was
Like, was he just-
chaotic.
Was he just like posturing and then like motherfucker like didn't even wait for the bell?
Basically, yeah. Some dude's dad fucked around and he found out quickly that he can't fight a younger man.
Ooh. What's the age difference here? Paint
Ooh,
paint
I
us a
don't
picture. What do
know.
these two men look like?
All right, so the dude, the dad, he's had to be at least 45, 50. He's an older Mexican man. You know, his head is kind of shaved. He's wearing. I don't know if this is real or not, but I think he was wearing a wife beater. I might have just inserted that.
I think
just-
he was wearing
just
a
'cause
gray
it's funnier to
hoodie,
me.
but I was confused.
I
No, the
assume
guy who-
it's so
the guy-
cold out there.
The guy who put his hands on the dad, he was wearing a gray hoodie for sure.
Okay, yeah. So I did say a gray hoodie. I saw
yeah.
a guy get pushed up onto the hood,
Yes, that was
and
the
it
dad.
was just chaos.
Yes.
I
So-
tried to personally.
Yeah.
I was trying to call 911, or I was trying to do the emergency call.
Yeah.
Again, I'm one of those people instantly saw a situation, was like, I need to call who I need to call.
Which is
So,
good. That's a good thing
I tried to call.
to do, Steph.
Dark.
But it wasn't going in the way that I wanted to, and it all happened so quickly. So all I ended up doing after was taking pictures of the streets in case I had to reference them at all.
I mean, granted, what me and Niall were ready to do, we were just ready to run the other direction in case things
Yeah, dude.
escalated further.
So you two aren't, or you three aren't in a car. You're walking.
No,
we're
we're walking.
We're-
On the we were at the
just
corner
walking along
of the stoplight.
downtown Denver, having a great old time, and we saw this all happen. And the other dude who's putting his hands on this father, he's at least 20 years younger.
Yeah.
So this dad is getting manhandled, right? And then his kid hops out the car, slams the door with authority, wearing Crocs, and he's just like, "Leave my dad alone!"
Oh yeah, that's what it was. It was very chaotic.
It affected nothing in the situation. His dad was continuing to get choked out right in front of him.
How
And
bad
then-
does this get?
No, it
so-
happened really fast,
it
really
was like-
quick.
Yeah, the whole encounter was probably maybe 30 seconds long, but it was a long 30 seconds, I'm pretty sure, for that dad being choked out.
Yeah, it was bizarre. It happened so quickly, I didn't know what to do with my emotions other than like, I don't know how badly this is gonna escalate. I don't know if we're gonna hear a pop noise. I don't know how I'm gonna handle that emotionally, and I don't know when to drop. Well, usually you hear it.
We're
and
not
you
going to drop. We're going to run. We're going to run very fast away from the situation.
know.
Because we're not the targets here. We want to get away from it.
No, yeah, that's fair. Yeah, that's fair.
So yeah, eventually a younger dude rips off the dad's gold chain, throws it in the street, right?
Oh yeah.
And then, so a girl peeks out from the car behind that the dad was from, and the kid who slammed the door, he was just standing there. He was not, again, not helping at all. Like, just get his chain. Get his chain.
Oh yeah.
What's this kid look like? Is he like too young to be getting involved in this, or?
The kid had to be at least like 13 years old.
Okay, too young to
Like,
get involved.
Yes, he was way too young to get involved. But
He's too busy getting traumatized.
yeah, like he thought slamming that door was going to like, oh my god,
Yeah.
someone just slammed
All we
the
just
door.
heard was the door slamming.
Goodness.
Leave my dad alone. And it was like, oh god.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. Here, you go about your
straightens up
day.
his shirt like I'm sorry,
Yeah.
I'm sorry about this, sir. Like, so this little girl hops out the car and starts picking up the gold chain, and she's about to grab, like, it's ripped in like two pieces. She's about to grab the second piece, and this dude in an SUV who's been watching this entire thing go down honks at her like
Yeah.
bro.
Wait, like in the like, hey honk?
Like honk, like hurry
No.
up, you're blocking
like-
the
Yeah.
road. We have
Like I
Got
see
it.
an
places to
opportunity, I can
go.
startle somebody.
Yeah. and
Fucked up.
and
People in
mind you,
Denver suck.
this happened at probably like
Midday.
10 a.m. This was like at
Yeah.
10 a.m.
Yeah,
in the
it was
morning.
very early in the
It was
morning.
very early in the morning.
Yeah.
All right, Niall's saying it was like around noon. Still
Was it
very
really?
early in the day.
Midday. Yeah, no,
Because
Not
from
the time.
that point on, it was
That's
it was the running joke the entire
Oh, you talking
Yeah.
about?
Well, of
They
course
just
it
kept
is.
going on for hours as we were walking of just like, hey, don't hurt my dad, he has a bad back. And then it was just all these phrases that they could say that are not helping the situation whatsoever. Like, the dad feels bad enough, he's getting his ass beat, but like it
in
was
front of his
terrible.
whole goddamn family.
That's rough.
It was so
Leave
His
my
wife
dad
doesn't-
alone. He's on
Wife doesn't
workers'
respect
comp.
him anymore.
Yeah, that's what they just kept yelling.
He
I
fell off
couldn't
a ladder
breathe.
at work. Can't go back for a few days.
This
Do you
kid
have-
just saying nonsense.
Do you have any idea, any theory as to why this all went down?
I think there was an affair, and they got.
Keep going,
What?
Steph.
Did
No,
you
keep
not
going.
think that?
No, I'm very curious about your
someone
story
was,
now,
like,
Steph. Please
hooking up.
continue.
I just thought like, well, because it was two men fighting, And then I just remember someone yelling at the woman who was like holding the steering wheel, right? It was a woman driving.
Yeah, yes.
I just remember, and then the guys getting hit, and I was just like, did someone like sleep with someone? And then someone got upset, or
No,
Is that all you think two men fight about?
no? That was the first
Like it
thought I've
must be
seen.
about a woman.
it's like the opposite Bechdel test, you know? Like instead of two women talking about men, it's two men always fighting about a woman.
Yeah. Every fight is about a woman.
No, like for me, I thought it was probably like there's like it was like a white car and a gray car, and I think the white car was in front. That had the younger man in it.
Yeah.
I think they probably cut off the silver car.
You think it's straight road rage?
Yeah, I think it was straight road rage. The dad got out like, "Hey, what the fuck?" And then he started getting choked out. I was like, "Oh no, this is not what I expected."
This was a bad idea. I couldn't win this fight. Why
That's
did
when
I
he knew
start it?
he fucked up.
Yes. And like it was just so funny to me just thinking about just like the car ride afterwards, everyone's just dead quiet. You know, the dad's like
Just awkward.
the
Like
son's
somebody
out there just staring at his dad. Like,
Somebody 3 cars back is really annoyed and upset that they stopped because they have no idea what's happening up front.
Yeah.
And that someone's life is being threatened.
and
Yeah, it was
little did he know that somebody's dad just got beat up. And his
How-
son, the image of his father is forever tainted.
Batman was born that day. Little Colorado Batman was born that day. How long does this fight go for?
Again, it was like maybe 30
Yeah,
seconds.
this is like 30 seconds. Like it
Alright,
just
so, like,
we're at
a
the
D&D
stoplight,
fight.
it goes
Yeah.
down, and it's enough to just be like, what the fuck is
It was like
happening?
just the duration of the stoplight, basically.
Yeah.
They all got back inside before it turned green.
Yeah, because at one point they drive when it's green to go. And it's just like, all right, well, that was that. We can cross now. We can
Oh,
cross the
shit.
street now.
This
Yeah.
is bananas.
Yeah, it was that was basically the start of our day.
Is this concert day?
Yes,
Yeah.
this is concert day.
That was the
yeah.
morning of concert.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Steph, you have your phone on you all the time. Why didn't you get this? For the first time ever, your phone skills failed the broadcast.
It's because this time Steph wanted to be the helpful person instead of just
Yeah.
recording this whole thing.
Yeah,
she
I was trying
she was ready to call the police.
I was
Like,
trying to call,
She's doing the right thing.
but it wasn't going
Ooh.
down exactly how I wanted it to.
Jordan and Niall are on the other side going like, World Star!
right? We were just sitting there watching this all go down. It was
Steph's
great.
trying to fucking help a
I
man's
can't,
life.
I can't, Steph, I can't judge you. I wasn't there. So.
She's struggling to call 911 and also taking photos of the streets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like-
What do you call that? Because on my phone, when I first started, it has that pin number, like you put your pin in, and right on the very bottom it says emergency call. So
Yeah.
I clicked that, and it didn't work the way I wanted it to. So I was trying to get out of it
Would've
while
gone
this
straight
is
to,
all
like, regular
happening,
calling.
and then I figured because I already dialed it once, they would call back, and they didn't call back.
No,
So
no.
I don't know. I took that as I guess it's not an emergency anymore. So then before we went across the street, I took a picture of the streets just in case they called me to be like, I
They
saw
don't know.
a fight
They don't know shit
happen
about you.
and I didn't know
But-
what to do.
But also stuff is just like, yeah, in front of the Capitol building. Like we were right there.
Yeah, that's
Like-
also true. Yeah.
You know, you
we
said
were.
Capitol building up there in the front, and I immediately thought like this was going to be some kind of like
Mhm.
racial or
Oh.
like political
Yeah.
tension like thing.
No, it was like
Yeah,
two
no,
Hispanic
no.
dudes fighting. It was okay.
Yeah, where is
So
this?
it's just like hanging out in San Diego.
So I'll say I've never been to Colorado. I've never been to Denver.
Beautiful, right?
Oh, it is so goddamn beautiful. Like
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but I just like looking at older architecture, and downtown Denver, it's fucking lousy with it. There's so many like old buildings and stuff nearby, and such interesting looking buildings. It was so cool. And I
Yeah,
didn't
that
know-
place is old as fuck.
yeah,
Heavily
and also
architecture.
yeah, the architecture beautiful. And I didn't know that there was such a huge like performance arts community in Denver. I did not know that. That was a very welcome experience, welcome
Right
thing.
to see.
Yeah, it was a really cool thing to see. Like I'm there like looking around. I could live here. Yeah, I could do that. Like,
I would do it.
yeah, I'd be down. Like, if I lived in Denver, in downtown Denver, I'd probably be seeing like all kinds of shows like every weekend. Because
Yeah.
like in the area we were in, we were at Boddicker Hall, but that's part of the Performance Arts Center, where
Yeah.
there's at least 3 other theaters around us. So as we're going in to go watch the symphony, there's one line for people lining up for Hamilton. There's another thing for some dude playing in something. Like there's
Oh, yeah,
so
there's
many
that-
things happening at once.
There was
that?
apparently a Letterkenny show, and apparently
Yes.
Billie Eilish had her concert when we were there. No clue. Had no clue.
Yeah, there's a shit ton of things happening all
Yeah.
around us, and it was awesome.
That's rad.
Yeah, we just but yeah. There's the Letterkenny line. Like we're like, it was a lot. There was a lot of things.
Just plaid and tight jeans, like all in a row.
Yep, and then one person off in the distance said, "To be fair," and it just like a wave coming down the line.
Yeah.
That's
Good.
perfect. That's exactly how I would want it to be.
That's how I want that to go. Yeah.
But
And
yeah,
what else?
so the concert itself was fucking fantastic. Well, honestly, my favorite thing was, we're hearing the music happening. I looked to my side and I just see my brother just like, he's just smiling, just nodding. I'm like,
Yeah.
this is everything to me right now. Like this is the best. So much
Were
so
there-
that
Were there
go on.
people in costumes?
Oh, 100%.
Oh yeah,
yes.
there were people in
Yes.
costumes.
Right.
There were people around. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a ton of people dressed up as
dressed
Aerith. There was one couple. One was dressed as Aerith, and her boyfriend, I guess, was dressed as Cloud. I'm like, all right, you guys know. Like, it was so cool. Like, so much so that I decided, I'm gonna buy the original soundtrack for the
Yeah.
original game. I'm like, I'm at the remake orchestra. Let me get the remake album as well. This is seven CDs worth of music.
Shit.
Each CD has around 20 to 29 tracks.
Yeah.
7 CDs.
Fuck. What's a
And then-
CD hold? Like 90 minutes?
Around there. That sounds about
Something
right.
like that?
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
fucking shit
No.
ton of music.
There's a shit ton of music in the game, and it's
Mhm.
like there's almost never a point in the game where there's no music playing. There's just always a
Yeah.
track going, and it's so good. Also, like, oh wait, there was also a DLC for this. Yeah, I'm gonna get that soundtrack too. So
They saw you coming.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah, they were like, get
This
ready.
fucking mark.
That's
Yeah.
$190 worth of music right there.
Whoa!
Yeah,
Good,
No.
good for you.
because like I've been trying to get the remake soundtrack since the game came out, but it's always
Yeah.
been sold out. They sell it on the Square Enix website for $77.77 because it's Final Fantasy VII, baby. But it's always just been sold out. So of course, at the symphony they marked it up to $80. I'm like, I don't care. I have it right now in my hand, so
Yeah.
yeah, I did it. It was great. I wanted the vinyls, yes, but the vinyls sold out immediately. Like I bought
bet.
this all during
Oh, yeah.
intermission. and
God,
yeah,
how
just-
many vinyls? How many fucking records is that?
It's like a
don't
6-inch vinyl comes like through your boom.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
It comes on a pallet.
Granted, I don't even have a
Record player.
I don't have a record player, so I was like, it'd be a little bit pointless if I bought the vinyls. But I'm trying to get a vinyl player because I want.
I
want some
come
records.
across that
Yeah.
conundrum sometimes. There's some vinyls I'd like to have, and I think my brother's got one that may or may not work, but like
Yeah.
I don't own a record player.
Oh,
But I
yeah.
do like that aesthetic.
And Scott, you're 100% correct. Yes, the boss battle music in Final Fantasy VII was inspired by a Motorhead song. Yeah. The track is called "Still More Fighting." If you want to look that up and listen to it yourself, it's a great song. My one complaint.
Oh,
my,
please. I
my
want to hear the
one-
complaint.
My one complaint about the symphony, God, is that they did not play the one song I wanted personally, which is Genova, quickening the Genova theme, because that song to me is just so iconic. But it's okay because they ended on Sephiroth's theme, and that was perfect. It was no introduction.
Did they have any kind of choir?
They have a
Yes,
live
there was
choir.
a live choir.
Fuck
A
yeah!
live
It was so
choir.
good.
Shit!
It was so good. Like, cause
Are they playing visuals as well?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And lights and shit.
No lights. It's just the
Not
visual. So
lights.
you see like
Yeah.
what parts of the game that this song would be playing, or
Is it
they
They
just
had
show
it
a
like
montage of a
almost
character.
candle, almost like like very light lit,
Yeah,
but like
yeah,
focused on
Dim.
the
yeah, dim,
yeah,
yeah.
Okay.
that
The
area,
focus on
and
the
then they
orchestra,
had
yeah.
it was a globe theater,
Mhm.
and
In the round.
with the with like 4 huge panel like screens, and then that was playing so you could see.
Yeah.
If you go to Steph's social media, you'll see some photos of it.
Oh yeah, I got to
Yeah.
do all my posts. I have
Yeah.
not posted. There's a lot to post.
There's a lot of stuff to post. That mostly I was like, I'm gonna chill. I'm gonna let Niall and Steph take all the pictures because
Take all the pictures.
there's no need to
They
have
got
this
it
in
handled.
triplicate. Like, yeah.
They got it handled.
But yeah, like after like it was like the third or fourth part, you know, the conductor he waved like, oh yeah, it's over. He's walking away. Then of course he comes back out for the encore, in which they played Aerith's theme. They played, I forgot what the second song was. After that ended, just like
And then
a
Mega Ran
pause.
comes out and they do all black materia.
That would have been amazing. Oh my god, that would have been great. Apparently Mega Ran's gonna be there like, is it next week or something?
Yeah,
But,
on the
well.
24th or 25th, Megaran's gonna be there.
I think he's coming.
Yeah,
I think he's gonna be in San Diego soon. I think I saw.
There you go.
yeah.
I liked during the orchestra too, they'll have
Yeah.
like messages
Yeah,
from
various people from the development team, or
from
and
the
there's
development team.
and there's
Yeah.
like the last video message came from Uematsu himself, the guy who did the soundtrack for Final Fantasy VII, the original, and most of the tracks for remake, and it was a lot. It was really cool.
It's just it was nice because they'll be like this is the way, like some of the songs it would be like this is the vision like he had for it. So he wanted you to experience it the way that he wanted you to experience it. So they changed some things or whatever, but that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I bawled my eyes out. I haven't even
Yes,
beat
Anthony.
the game.
Yeah, true.
Was anybody under the influence while watching the show?
Yeah, the entire time. Come on.
Yeah.
They were in Colorado.
Yes,
Just checking.
Colorado.
Just checking.
They have dispensaries next to every gas station.
Yeah.
That's
And
not
every
an
gas station.
exaggeration.
So like way worse than San Diego.
Oh yeah.
I mean they've been at it longer, so
2012
yeah,
since
yeah.
2012.
no surprise. It's right there on the banner that says
It was
Denver.
I'm going to go out on a limb here, Jordan, and say 2012 is also when that arts district started getting real popular in Colorado as well.
Really started growing.
Yeah, I'm going to say that's when it became a cool place.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Wait,
thought that was
Shook off the last of that Aspen vibe.
because at one go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. I was going to ask what did Jordan do to make you so angry?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
You can't let that die.
Well, one, I was already intoxicated. So when I was trying to explain myself, I was spiraling very deeply. But apparently, what was it? You tell it. It has to do with Tupac and having
Because-
that fucking story of just like how big that poster was.
Yeah.
And it wasn't that
You
big.
mean that wall-sized poster that you now have in your room?
The
He
poster of
has this-
Tupac that's so large that as I'm walking up to your house, I can see the tip of his
You're
bandana
so-
peeking
From
out.
outside. Yeah.
I remember because I screenshot it. I specifically had a sketched picture of him
Wait.
in this view, showing his overalls and his bandana. He was not shirtless. I never had a shirtless picture of him in my room.
That's patently false.
It
You
was
know how I know
mine.
it's false, Steph? I know it's false because I saw it myself.
Which is so
I
dumb.
could-
I lived in there.
You two have been friends for 37 years.
Yeah,
and you
we're
guys
both
are only
32.
in 30s.
I could describe the Tupac poster that was in your room that spanned the
it
entire
was
wall
so
to
wrong.
a T. It's black and white. Tupac shirtless, his thug life across his stomach. He's looking
I
off to
never
the
had
side.
that. Not once.
And then
Steph.
every time she tries to describe this whatever picture she had, She can't find it. Doesn't exist on the internet. It's
Because
not
I
real.
got it at the Del Mar Fair. It was one of those hand-drawn sketch things, and I don't know. It's just so annoying. 'Cause
Okay, so that- so you-
everyone will
hold
believe
on.
that.
All right, so you got angry
Not
again
actually
at
angry,
something
angry,
that has
but-
already been discussed
At,
several
like,
times.
at like
why.
a years
It
old
just-
bit.
So this
It's
you
just-
didn't bring anything new
This
to
bit
the
was
table this
so
evening with this.
The location was
long.
new.
It was
Oh,
so
God.
long.
Colorado
talked-
had not experienced
The high
step-
altitude made her
Yes.
real testy
We-
about it.
We
Niall got
I
to see it
swear.
live. Like
this bit literally every time this comes on or every time this comes up with whoever we're talking with, this will go on about like an hour to 2 hours of me trying to defend myself and
A good bit.
me never having proof of what it actually looked like other
Which-
than he was in overalls. He did not have an exposed lower area. You did not see thug life on him.
no, he did because he's shirtless to stuff across the
Shut
stomach.
up, it's not true.
You should probably stop trying to defend it, and it'll stop a lot sooner.
And
Yeah.
then after that we were I remember specifically stating like there are sometimes that I go into Ross and I see the Machiavelli line and I look at those sweatpants and I'm like, I want those, but I don't want it to be a thing where it becomes a like oh stuff's going on with the bit. It's just like I see them and I'm just like,
But-
you know what,
but
I
that's-
want those pants,
But Steph,
but I don't
that's the
want to
thing.
buy them.
That's because it's not a bit, baby. It's your life. It's just you.
Lean into it.
Yeah.
Live your truth. Come on, girl. What would Tupac say? Huh? What would he say?
He would say, "Come with me."
It's exactly what he would say.
I just remember trying like looking and searching through Google for just what it looked like and not finding it. And just
Doesn't
being
exist.
like, I swear to God, I
How
know.
many-
Ain't real.
How many times did you see Poetic Justice in the theater?
I didn't watch it in theater.
She's
I
too
think
little.
I have the
young.
DVD.
Of course, you have the DVD.
Because she
I
was
did
4 at the
watch-
time.
What is it? It was the Resurrection doc. I watched that by myself in theaters. I remember that.
I remember that too. That you watched it by yourself in theaters. I'm like,
Yeah. And
I would have watched it
bawled
with
my
you. Why
eyes
did you go
out.
by yourself?
Damn, that was cold.
We and then I remember saying like I forgot what I told you. I on one of the drives home I was like looking on Spotify and I was like, you know what, let's listen to Tupac. And I was just like, there's an area that like it like I think
Then-
he'll always be in my heart in
Of
the
course he will.
corniest way
Yeah.
possible.
Of course.
Because like yeah, when you were talking about it, I was like, I heard it, and I was just like, there will always be this area. Like, even though it's a joke, it's like
I
there's a
want
lot of truth
It's
to
also
it.
true.
whenever we eventually start making LRC merch, I just want a shirt that says Thug Life across his stomach.
What else did you guys get up to
Ugh.
in Colorado?
Steph,
Anything else?
This
fun?
one's all you
Um,
on Sunday.
After the orchestra, where'd we end up? We just went straight back to the hotel.
No, we walked around for a little bit.
Did we see anything? I don't remember if we saw anything. We
Too
the
high.
first night. First night we went to an Irish
I'm talking about the elevation, Steph.
pub.
You're too high up.
Oh,
Air is thin, makes it tough to.
there was a lot that happened. I have to reference pictures. I
Also,
took
you
a
were
lot
smoking
of
weed.
pictures.
Steph,
mean,
Steph,
I had
let's ignore that we went to bars on Friday night and just jump to Sunday where we went to.
we went to Meow Wolf,
Jesus.
Convergence. Convergence.
Yeah,
Jesus.
how was that?
So
Ooh,
cool.
it was a trip.
Now I will
Did
say,
you guys?
go first, Anthony.
I was gonna say you've been to the Vegas Area 51.
Not
too?
yet.
No. We
One?
went to the Santa Fe one.
We
Oh,
went to
okay.
the Santa Fe
Yeah.
Meow Wolf.
So Santa Fe, Meow Wolf Santa Fe, that is the original Meow Wolf location.
Yeah.
And there, the exhibit is called the House of Eternal Returns, which to me personally is still is still my favorite one out of the two that we've seen. But Convergence was really cool, and it was a more interactive experience because at the House of Eternal Returns, you have to have your phone out to scan barcodes, and it gives you like extra lore and stuff, that's super cool. But at Convergence, they give you just this little cardboard card that has an RFID in it. You just have to scan various things inside the installation, and then you can go and like you could view like different memories and stuff. You're supposed to be collecting memories to put together the story of what the Convergence is, why this is all happening, what's happening to these specific characters. Cool. It's the coolest goddamn thing in the world.
It's pretty sick.
I'm legit upset that I have not been to
At least
Vegas
one,
yet.
or the biggest one.
Any of them? I haven't been to any of them yet. But
Well,
like Vegas,
right, Anthony. You and me we're gonna be talking about Vegas by ourselves later. So
what by yourselves? Rude.
Because you ain't gonna want to go.
What do you?
What do you mean?
Why would I not want to go again?
I'm going to Vegas at least 2 times this year.
They go to Vegas all the
3
time.
actually.
This is great. I'm just stirring the pot. Just
Yeah, I'm going to Vegas at least 3 times this year.
And what are you and I doing that they don't want to do?
It was a joke.
I'm getting concerned.
There is something I want to talk to you about later. Yeah.
All right.
Who do I get to know?
Later. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Awesome. But yeah, so it was super cool. Convergence is clearly way bigger than the Santa Fe since House of Eternal Returns.
How big are these buildings? Are they,
so warehouses.
So like IKEA size.
Yes.
Yeah.
And basically, when you're inside the installation, everything is art. Basically, it is part of whatever the theme is.
Absolute immersion.
Yeah, it's absolute.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Like if you walk through, go into the escape stairway, then you're back in the real world. But go back through, then Convergence,
like you just explore, like if you see a handle, you could try pulling it and see what happens. Sometimes nothing will happen and it's just stuck to the wall, or sometimes you'll pull something and realize this is a thing you could go through and end up in a completely different room. It's like,
I really would love to meet like the people who design these things.
Same here.
Like what kind of fucking batshit weirdos are they?
There was one area that we walked through and it had a crawl space on the bottom and it was padded. So it's like, okay, let's just crawl in the space and see what happens. So they had these little like circular pods that you could just like crawl in and pop your head up to just kind of see what art they had there.
Yeah.
And it was like almost like a little grass field with like cows and some other animals. And it had 3 different ones. So you could crawl over to the other one and see a different angle and a different angle. When we, like the first big room we stepped into looked like a whimsical, like.
It's like we're in Wonderland. Like like a very fairy world almost. But then there's also like a creature with like 9 arms like coming out of a tree.
It was really bizarre.
And then like, one of the cool things was like in that big room, there was like multiple little things that you can scan, but you have to wait for it to be ready. And when you actually scan it, using the RFID card, like it would mess with something in the room. Like one of the times I did, a bunch of lights started flashing and like some sound started playing and stuff like that. So it's like there's that level of interactivity to it. And I have to stress, it is a multimedia thing. Like there's videos, there's music, there's stuff to look at. There's all kinds of different forms of art, all jam packed inside these buildings, and it's crazy. And like usually the ongoing theme, at least between the House of Eternal Returns and Convergence, is that Eternal Returns is you're going through different dimensions and different people's memories. Like I'm in so-and-so's memory and this is how he remembers his room and there's weird stuff here and there. In Convergence, it's more like these 4 separate planets are combining for some reason. And all these things are colliding. So when you walk into one room, it's like a bunch of TVs with random family photos and videos playing. Then you walk through the next room and you're in a little hell room where it's just you're like in a carnival with a bunch of dudes eating hot
Oh.
dogs forcefully,
I
and it's
recorded
weird.
that because it was weird. It almost looked like we were in like a clown fun house. And
Yes.
then
It was a hell room. Yes.
yeah, it looked like a carnival, but it was like really like I don't
How
like
like
this.
scary does that get? Like how intense does a room like that get?
Not
it-
too bad. No, it's fine.
Children
Still
would
kinda-
walk through, be
Yeah.
totally fine.
Yeah.
Now,
Not
as
not
adults,
not a reign of terror level kind
Yeah,
Oh
of
no,
intensity.
nothing
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
but as adults, we've lived longer and we've seen what horror can actually be like. And that room is a horrifying room. Just I don't want to see a bunch of dudes eating hot dogs in a carnival setting, clowns and
Like,
shit
not
all
even
around me. It's
I sent it
horrifying,
in the
Steph.
group chat.
It's
But
horrifying.
yeah, there was like
That I just see your dog again.
oh, did it not
So
send it?
cute.
Yeah. And then there was one if anyone saw it on my story, there was like this really, really colorful looking glass temple looking building. That room was so sick. So like it was like this super colorful,
I'm
super
not gonna play that on
colorful temple. And then like if you looked up at the sky, it had the like what is it? Aurora lights?
Aurora Borealis,
Yeah, the lights.
the northern
And then
lights.
and then some areas would like flash like lightning, and then some areas would just get all like blue and the colors would change. It's just oh my god, it's like eye candy.
Like if
just
we had
so much to
unlimited
stare at.
if we had unlimited time, I would still be there right now, just like still looking at things. Apparently, we've missed like entire rooms. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, there
I've
was some
heard,
stuff I didn't even see, and I was like,
Yeah.
"What the heck?" I didn't
I've heard
see
at least
this.
about the Area 51 that like there's like what do you get, like a 90-minute window to be in there or something like that, like an hour or something?
huh?
Like you're
Well,
you're aren't you timed like how long you're allowed to be in there?
no.
Oh.
But they do stagger how many people can go into the thing at once. So it's like we had the 11:20
Yeah, 11:20
slot. The
Oh,
next slot was
maybe that-
11:40. So it's just like
maybe
to
that just
stagger
makes
how many
me
people can
think-
go in. Yeah.
I think that just makes me assume that there's a time limit. But like yeah, there's just too much to like get in one pass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
And that's part of what like I find these things to be so incredible.
Well, how
Yeah.
far away is the one from Vegas?
It's in Vegas.
it's in
Oh,
Vegas.
it's in Vegas.
Oh, well
Yeah.
then yeah, we're going. Okay.
Yeah.
never mind.
Yeah.
It's
I
in
thought
Vegas.
it was like outside
Mm-mm.
Oh,
on
no,
the
no,
way.
no,
I was
no.
like, I don't want to make an
It's
extra trip
off the
somewhere.
strip.
No.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Then I'm
That's
good.
like right there. Yeah.
There's one picture I'm gonna show on stream for Meow Wolf, and it's this one that Steph already put in our group chat. Let me make that bigger.
Oh, the castle thing?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
It was
cool.
so pretty.
yeah,
Oh yeah,
that-
I remember. I think you posted this.
Yeah.
and that's my brother standing in the
And
middle
that's
there.
Niall.
But yeah,
It
yeah,
was
like-
just-
that castle, that room, that was my favorite room. And I made the background of my phone because it was just
Nice.
really cool to see.
It looks
Like-
incredible.
What's it
Yeah.
called? Meow meow memes?
Meow
Meow
Wolf.
Wolf.
Oh,
Meow Wolf.
I kept hearing you say
Yeah.
meow meow beams.
So the one in Vegas is the Omega Mart.
Yes.
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
I've watched videos on that. Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Mm,
right?
yeah.
Okay, that's gonna be the next one.
Boy, Steph,
sure.
send Niall the pictures you took.
Oh yeah, I have a lot to send.
Then
Like-
maybe
I'm
later.
not gonna do it right now, but
Yeah, not right
Yeah.
now.
Maybe.
This
maybe,
is just to
maybe-
reference
you know.
stuff.
Don't know why you didn't do like the instant share thing while we're all right next to each other.
I don't know. There was a lot going on.
You
There
saw a
was-
man get beaten to death. There was a lot going on.
The way another thing that I liked too is like they like perfectly place like certain figures or whatever like in the perfect spot where you could just like as you walk around and kind of look at different angles of it, like I don't know, it just like it all fits together. I don't know how to explain that, but like there was a car that they had in their like
Oh yeah,
street.
yeah.
Is
On one of
that-
the streets that we were
yeah,
on,
like they made like a
inside the
street.
building.
And
It's
the
like
way that
C
they
Street or
angled
something?
it and had like the lights on the bottom made it look like it was just floating. Like it just looked like a floating car, and it looked super sick. Hold on, I'm gonna send that in the group chat too.
Right on.
But
But
yeah,
like,
it's
oof.
such an awesome experience.
I've never heard of anyone having a bad time at any of these.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Granted,
Yeah.
I don't know anyone who's actually been to these
All
either.
three of I mean, there's people that I follow on like Instagram specifically.
Yeah.
Mm,
I've
okay,
been
yeah.
to a couple of them. Like I only know a couple people like in person who have been to them, and they've all been to the Omega Mart, and that's it.
Yeah.
Oh.
You two
yeah.
are the only two that I know of that have been to those other ones now.
Oh, to the other
So right now
ones.
we have the floating car on stream. But yeah, like out of everyone I don't know anyone personally that's been to any of the Meow Wolf stuff except for well me, Steph, and my brother. So
Another
Right
thing
on.
too is they have like some, I guess you could say, I don't know if they're actors.
yes.
Yeah, they'll have some actors in the room that are just doing them. Like we were in one that was like a salon, and as soon as you walk in there, she greets you. She's just hanging out in there
Yeah.
and talking to you. And then
Because
Part of
I mean,
the art.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because the conceit is, yeah, we're on this other planet, and that's just her shop that we are in.
Mhm.
Like,
And then there was they had some guy setting up for a magic show. He
Yeah.
was just doing
I don't
know.
want to see it.
Oh yeah, that was
I-
right. You're
I
like,
don't-
he's a demon, and then
I-
we left.
I don't need to know that demons exist
You
on
know,
other planets
That's what
too.
it was. Yeah.
You're the opposite of fun.
Can you buy shit there?
Yeah, they have a
Yeah.
store.
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah,
what,
they
what
have-
is it like T-shirts and shit?
yeah, and then there's also like different
Sounds
like
weird shit.
plushies for stuff
Yeah,
okay.
that are in the
clothes.
yeah
Right on. Okay,
They
so your
also-
general merchandise store for like
Yeah.
instantly.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah,
And then
like,
they carry some of the stuff from like the other places there too. Not necessarily like like merch that will say like Santa Fe, but
yeah,
like
Just
they'll
to make
have
you
like
aware of the others.
Mhm.
yes.
They have stuff to show that, so you'll be like, "Oh, where is this hamster
Yeah.
from?" or whatever, and
They,
then
they also have an online store too if you want to look at what they have for sale. There's like over 500 things on there.
yeah,
Um,
and then another thing too is like because we went to the one in Santa Fe, the House of what is it?
Eternal Returns.
The House of Eternal Returns.
Yes.
There was some stuff that we'd see that like referenced the other things, so it'd be like, "Oh my
Yeah.
god, there's a hamster," or like, "Oh my god, this is so and so," and we'd be like, "Oh, we saw this at the other one," but
Yeah, yeah.
I don't
So
know.
yeah,
Cool.
because like one of the storylines in the Santa Fe House of Eternal Returns is that a hamster was teleported to multiple dimensions and in time. Just
Yeah.
the hamster's lost somewhere. So as you're going through the House of Eternal Returns, you'll see the hamster Nimsescu just like show up randomly in places.
yeah,
But then
That's fun.
at Convergence in Denver, there's actually a missing poster for Nimsescu.
with the little tabs you can pull.
Yeah.
It's interesting because like when we went to the Santa Fe one, like we were told about like, hey, this is like there's a story to this.
Yes.
You know, if you want to know the story, like this is what you
And-
need to do. This is what
yeah.
you need, you know, what you need. And of course, when we went in there, we already had this understanding of like, okay, we're trying to figure out the story of the house. But like, you'll see other people who go, huh?
No, because when we first got there, that's when we all found out that there was a storyline.
Oh no, well
Like,
that's what I mean. Like we were told about a story. So we
Yeah.
went in looking for all these things, and sometimes we saw people who were just like, "Oh, I found it." And then like, you know, we're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, okay, so you're doing the story too." And then there's people who walk in there with like no plan whatsoever. And yeah, and
Just
that's
look
not a
at
bad
cool
thing.
stuff.
yeah,
Yeah,
and-
that's not a bad thing, but it's
It's
just
not a
like
bad
they're
thing,
just
but-
there just to kind of
yeah. That's not a bad thing, but to me,
Yeah.
that's insane. Like,
yeah.
there's a thing. There's stuff to like.
If
to-
you
to-
consciously ignore it.
Yeah,
that
it
seems-
is.
Uh.
That's weird. That's
Nuts.
just super. Like, oh, this is weird stuff. You just walk through like, but there's a reason why it's here. There's a reason why it's weird.
Like you don't know the context. You just want to know the context. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
That's
but,
very cool.
yeah,
That's very cool.
yeah, that one was super, super fun. I know there was a lot of things. There was like a cold room that we went into where it was
Yeah.
just like ridiculously cold in there.
Yeah.
And then there was
That's Denver, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Denver was pretty chilly the whole time. Luckily, it did not snow at all the entire time we were there, so that was nice. There was snow on the ground.
But we didn't get
Yo,
snow.
there was one point in the day where there's a bunch of snow on the ground. So it's like, yeah, she's running over and stepping on
It
each thing of snow.
wasn't direct. Oh,
Step
yeah.
on each thing of snow. There's one that was near me. It was just near me. Like I didn't even know it was there. I was about to I almost stepped on it, but then I looked down at the last second. I see it there. Steph was already right next to me, arm cocked, ready to push me out the way so she could
Aggressively
step
push
on.
you.
What do you mean not aggressive? You were locked and loaded. You were about to launch me into the goddamn stratosphere just so you could step on this snow.
I just got really excited, okay? I was like, ooh, snow.
Yeah.
And I just
Yeah, I know.
walked over to crush
Like he was
it.
somebody's dad, and you're just about to wreck shop.
Yeah. She's like, I don't know you.
Hey, I got excited, okay? I saw snow and I was like, ooh. And then I remember looking and being like,
Push
you
me
know how
like
they have like
somebody's dad.
they have like, you know how they have like the higher planners where they like, oh God, is Niall dying over there?
Yeah, I caught him off guard.
It was a like don't this
That's gotta
weekend
be
was
one in
really
chat,
fun.
too.
There was like a lot of stupid things that we just could not stop laughing at because it was just funny to just joke about everything or
Because
just
like you
It sounds like it
first,
was a
Anthony.
great time.
It-
No,
no,
yeah, it
it
sounds
was-
like you guys
yeah.
had a fucking great weekend.
It
Yeah.
was fucking perfect. Like
yeah.
Yeah, that's super cool.
there's not a lot of memories I have that are like, oh, this was a perfect day or whatever. This
Yeah.
I hope I remember forever because it was perfect. Like,
God. And I'm just out
Yeah.
here fucking in my attic trying to crawl and not fall through my own fucking ceiling.
Oh no.
that could be fun too. Did you
It
fall through
wasn't.
the ceiling?
I didn't.
See, that's a win right there. That's a
I
win.
decided I was tired of the internet not being as good on my side of the house as it is
Yeah.
on my brother's side of the house. So I bought 50 feet of Ethernet cable,
Ah,
Oh.
shit.
drilled up into the ceiling, and started working my ass across. And because my house has additions,
Yeah.
it's not all open. Like I had to like
Mm.
squeeze through a little like access hole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then carefully make my way and follow the beams that I know what they are and whatnot. I only made
Yeah.
2 unnecessary holes that I'll fix.
Okay.
That's okay.
That feels like an easy patch.
At least it's just a small drill hole, not a full body person hole.
A punch
I mean,
hole. Ugh.
It's a little bigger than a screw hole.
Okay, so
Oh,
you
that's
can
a
see
lot of hole.
you can see a little mouse peeking now, but you know.
I could that mouse could just fall out and not even touch the edges. No, because I wasn't thinking clearly. I wasn't really I wasn't being logical about the whole thing.
Like you didn't have like a set plan going into it.
Well, I knew what I wanted,
Yeah.
but I wasn't thinking about how houses are actually built. I
Yeah.
was thinking about how I built some fucking shanties in some shopping marts where like we put the studs up, but
Yeah.
we didn't brace them in between. When I was working for the JV schools and we would build classrooms, we threw up
Mhm.
walls pretty quickly.
Yeah.
So we just spaced our beams out and never went across. So you could just like with enough power go through 2 sheets of drywall right between the beams and you're out.
Yeah.
But actual houses have supports that go across.
True.
Yeah.
So when I was in the ceiling and I'm like, okay, this is the wall, this is the distance, should be from the end of the house. There's my the vent for my heater, so I know where I'm at, and I drill into the frame itself because in my head I'm gonna drop the cord down and I'm gonna make a little like a outlet
Yeah.
for it so it looks nice and clean. Because if I could avoid it, I didn't want just a cord coming down out of a hole in my ceiling.
That's
Fair.
fair.
That's
But
fair.
I wasn't thinking about those support beams that go across.
Mm.
So all that cord probably only got halfway down and then just bunched up. And there's no
Mm.
way to get through that without tearing all the drywall up
yeah.
and then having to fix like feet of drywall
Oof.
afterwards.
Oh God.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
after making the first hole, and looking around. Fuck, it's not there. What? Like, I should have enough space. I wiggle my phone in there, and I'm taking photos with the flash on to try and see it, and
Yeah.
it's not there. I'm like, fuck. All right, maybe I'm in the wrong set of pillars
Yeah.
in the frame. So I go 12 inches off to the left, and I do it again, and it's not there either. I'm like, fuck. It's got to be like here or there, and I'm sitting there trying to think about it until I realize, fuck. Real houses have support going across, and there's no
Yeah.
fucking way. I have to get back up there, and just drill a hole and drop in. So that's why I want to take another shot at getting into the streaming,
Yeah.
because
Mhm.
if anybody remembers the one time I tried, it burned famously into just a heap of unworking everything. So I dropped it down. I moved my Wi-Fi extender and
Yeah.
plugged it straight into that, because my
Okay.
Yeah.
PlayStation also suffers.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to I don't even know if I can Y split an Ether cord if there's a adapter for that.
Yeah, you can.
I assume it probably is, but
Just get a Ethernet splitter. It's just like
yeah.
it's just like a little thing. You have
Oh yeah.
put a power cable in it, then it has like however many slots you need.
Fuck, I don't know what the fuck my problem is over here, because once I did it and I set it all up and everything's connected, I'm like, all right, well, one of my big issues that I can test is Overwatch gets real laggy and glitchy.
Yeah.
And so I play Overwatch for a little bit and it's going well, and then it's getting some glitchy, and I'm like, well, I'm not the sole reason why these things don't work, but I don't think I'm not the reason. So
Yeah.
I don't even know if this has really fixed my problem. Trying to stream will be the definitive test to
Yeah.
find out if it does. So we'll do just a test, not actual kind of stream. So if
Yeah.
anyone out there following us here on Twitch gets the notification, feel free to stop by anyway.
We just
but-
put this is a test.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is only a test.
Yeah,
Yeah.
This is only a test.
Also, Cornbread out here doing the Lord's work. Thank you so much for that,
Mhm.
Cornbread.
Yeah, I see
Thank
that.
you.
Just booting motherfuckers.
Game time.
Yes.
Yes.
Sure. Yeah. What do we got? 61?
62.
2.
Oh.
Yeah, let's get a random number between 1 and 62 from the chat.
Back on Time Warner Cable, 62 was Cartoon Network.
62 was, I think, AMC on Cox, because I think 63 was the Sci-Fi Channel.
Oh, okay. We got Scott saying 26.
26.
Then I also painted that mirror I posted on my social medias.
Oh, I saw.
yeah, that's a
That was
nice
really
mirror.
cool.
Yeah.
It's right here.
I like that.
If the LoRC was a spaceship,
Okay.
what crew positions would each one of us have and why?
Captain, because next.
You couldn't figure out how to get your cord in a wall. We can't trust you helming a ship.
That's why I'm not doing the work. Ensign.
I'm at the bar, bitch. I'm the guiding up in this shit.
Shut up before I bust you to engineer.
I'd probably be some kind of engineer.
Yeah.
See, I think Steph should be in the bar,
I agree.
Yeah.
because I don't want her near any computers.
Excuse me. Watch. You guys all fail, and then somehow I end up saving the day.
Yes,
That's
by
what
getting us
happens in
drunk.
season. That's what happens in season 5 when Deanna Troy had to take over the ship one day, and everyone learned she actually does have a rank.
And then she
Take that,
crashed the
Deanna Troi.
ship in the movie.
She did crash the ship in the movie, but
Well,
Oh,
fuck.
no.
So she's batting 500.
Mhm.
I want to be the holodeck engineer.
You want to be the holodeck cleaner upper guy?
I like how we
no.
immediately-
The engineer for it.
I assume it just lasers away anything gross.
Oh yeah, they have
It's got like a clean mode.
yeah, the ship
Self-cleaning
is,
mode?
the ship is
Yeah.
self-cleaning.
Yeah. It's got like little mites or something that just kind of crawl around and eat.
Nano
Nanomachines.
Yeah. whatever. That's
Yeah.
what I said.
Nanomachines, son.
I like that we decided just immediately that this was Star Trek and not any other situation.
Do you know any other spaceship with ranks?
A little someone named Admiral Akbar may tell you something different.
Really?
Yeah,
What do you
no,
do aside
let's-
for
you know-
screaming that it's a trap and then dying in the vacuum of space?
I mean,
It wasn't then like it was the next thing he did.
it is
Makes
for,
the
like,
next trilogy.
they call themselves a fleet. They're just like, oh, we're the rebel fleet. You're like,
Yeah, because there are multiple ships.
sure, but it's just like, do you guys?
They
You
had
guys
rank.
You guys are more like a militia. You guys just got together and made a fleet. Like, who's
Big
in
enough-
charge, really?
Big enough militias also have rank.
Do they?
Yeah,
I'll know. I'll ask the people on January 6th.
that they are completely unorganized.
You think?
But like actual resistances and militias.
Vive la Resistance. I mean, I don't want to be
Did you
anywhere
say
else but
Sousson at the end there. Like
Yeah,
you just
that's
added a
what I
little
said.
Sousson,
Little Sousson.
little Sousson a rebellion.
Little Sousson rebellion. I would. Yeah, Star Trek was my first thought too, only because it's the funniest of them all to be. I mean, we've seen things on that ship that we know have jobs. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, other than like Admiral Akbar and General Leia, I don't know what anybody else fucking did on that. You know,
Exactly.
Captain
Then
Wedge Antilles.
he was just on one ship, and then
And then a smaller ship on that ship.
yes. I mean, I don't want to be on the Death Star.
oh yeah, no.
I mean, their ranking system is terrible. Everyone just gets higher rank because the person in front of you died.
it's true. And then,
Yes, I want to be a gonk droid. That's all I want to do. Walk around. Do you need power?
Gunk,
Do you need
Gonk.
power? 'Cause
gunk, gunk.
I want to be that torture droid on Jabba's palace.
and then like what? Oh, we're on the Serenity. We have one guy who drives the ship, and then we have
Pilot.
7 other people who are just like, all right, let's just hang
Haley's
out.
the engineer.
That's it, and that's the only 2 jobs on the ship.
Mal is the captain.
That ship had a hooker. I mean, that's a lot of things.
Okay, fine. We're on the Serenity. Who's the hooker? Oh, it's Anthony, obviously.
It's Anthony.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
couldn't even finish that. I knew it was Anthony
no, yeah,
immediately.
I'm
I
the
got my own
driver.
ship. There's a lot of like pillows everywhere. I smoke a lot of hookah.
I think I'm again the engineer somehow.
Hi.
Even though I know nothing about fixing mechanical things.
Engines.
Anthony is the hooker / mechanic. He has a very specific type.
I guess between the 4 of us. I guess that would
yes,
be-
it's you.
What's that? No, wait. What's that Final Fantasy character that I see? Like the model cosplayers always dressing up as in the, like,
Oh,
the
the-
Daisy Dukes.
Sydney.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. That'd be me. But I guess on the Serenity, I'm real hot and slutty, but also I make the engine go.
Steph.
By
sorry,
just talking to it sexy like.
It's Cindy from Final Fantasy 15.
Okay.
Yeah. Is it Cindy or Sydney? Cindy.
No, it's
Don't
called it's
Photoshop
slutty.
my face on that character.
Ah,
The blonde lady mechanic.
I see.
But if we were on the Star, I'm gonna go back with the Star Trek one
Cindy
because I feel
Aram.
it's funnier. So you want you think you want to be captain? You think you're gonna sit
In
in the
this
big chair?
podcast, yeah.
Oh, okay. He's. All right. I mean, if it comes down to the people that make this podcast go,
I also edit and produce this podcast.
yeah, but
So it
he
sounds like
makes
more of an
it-
engineer.
but he makes it happen. It's like- he makes it happen.
Yes,
I'm-
Jordan is also incredibly important to. the
So you
production
guys
of
are
this.
captain and number one.
Yeah, he's my number one.
Yeah.
Cindy and
Yeah,
nothing,
like-
and then Sydney.
Steph, since we're the
Yes.
B squad, where do we want to go?
No, I started looking up roles, and I was
Star
just
Trek
like,
rank?
okay. No. I started looking up sailing ship crew positions, which is totally the wrong
That's
thing.
That's
then I
not what
was
we're,
just
that's not what
like,
this. That's not what the spirit of this is about.
I'll be the
Yeah.
yeoman.
No,
that's why I was like, oh, can I be engineer number 3?
No, Steph, you work in the bar.
Yes,
I
if
will
you're
work
in the bar.
bar.
Yeah,
You-
because you're cool to talk to. People like to come and talk with you and share stories, and you like to drink. So you in the bar.
You're in charge of entertainment for the ship.
Yes.
just recreate that one scene from Final Fantasy VII Remake when Tifa's making Cloud a drink.
I don't remember. Oh, I remember that. That's really hard to do.
I've never seen it.
You're the
Just
you're
make a
the
drink in a
you're
fun way.
the activities director.
Yeah.
The activities
You
director.
you make the fun things for everyone to do. That I
You're the-
think is a good job
Yeah.
for you.
Your secondary job is a party planning committee. Committee.
Hey,
Committee.
I don't
that's
I don't
fine.
know what I would want to be then. So security. I like to tell people what to
That's the
do.
first thing I saw. I was like, the bouncer?
Yeah.
The security guy?
The bouncer of the ship.
Yeah, security. I'm the wharf.
What's the hit Square Enix game, The Bouncer?
Oh, I didn't know that was a game.
Oh, it's such a fun game.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Did you just beat up on people?
Yes.
I can
Okay.
imagine Leland in like a Spock-esque role where he just looks at everyone motherfuckingly. Just like,
He's
y'all
the
dumb as
advisor to the
hell.
captain, you know?
yeah. There you go. In the next gen equivalent, you can be my Deanna Troy.
You know, we'll be out there like, oh, we
But
have
I
a
ain't
new
gonna be-
vendor.
I'm gonna
on
be
board.
crashing the ship though.
No, because I won't let you.
We're like, oh, we have a new vendor coming on board. He has a meeting with Anthony. The Leland's be just like, you can't trust this motherfucker.
Ooh.
There,
Don't
okay,
trust him.
see,
He has a
keep
meeting
her-
with Anthony. No, he doesn't.
Leland, what does your judgy sense tell you?
you know what? Now that you've broken it down in a way, I'm actually into it now. Like before, I was kind of offended that you thought I was the Deanna Troy. I was just like, thank you. Like, oh, what's a character that we thought we were gonna have strong writing for, but Whoopi wanted to be on the show, so we
Jesus
gave her
Christ,
all the
Leland.
stuff and just wrote Deanna right
You
out.
only had-
You know,
yeah,
cool.
they both serve the same purpose.
Yeah, it was just like,
mechanically.
oh, Whoopi's on. Fuck Deanna. But then you were like, oh, he uses his fuckery sense. Now I'm on board. Like, yeah, like
Yeah.
I just sit there. You come in and like, oh, Zorath from the
ambassador
Klingon
from
ambassador. His
Planet Nine.
he's you just go. "Mm-mm, no,
No.
Not this ain't the one.
my side eye is intergalactic legend.
According to my counselor here, I'm gonna have to ask you to fuck off and get off my ship. I trust my counselor implicitly.
See, now I want to be chief of security so I can escort these motherfuckers off the ship.
Well, you're number 2. You can do anything you want, really.
You're
And
my
then
Riker.
And then Steph is there for color commentary. Anybody want drinks? Drinks? No? Okay.
We're the only bridge with a cocktail girl, which sounds
This is
very
Steph.
much like a ship I run.
This sounds more what's that show? Fuck, the Orville than it does Star Trek
Yeah,
at this point.
Anybody want a snack?
I still want to
Anyone
watch
want a
that
snack?
show. Is it good?
I love it.
Okay.
I do. I mean, they
I
take all the best parts of Next Gen, poke fun at it, but it's actually,
Yeah.
but it's a really good science fiction series too.
I think
Yeah.
if you enjoy Star Trek, specifically like the next gen, it's good. Space fantasy or like space science fiction tropes, good. But there is like a singular line of shit in it that just it does bug me because I find
that's
it,
the Family Guy shit.
That's
that-
the Seth
yes.
MacFarlane
Yeah.
stuff.
It's the Seth
specifically
MacFarlane,
Seth
yeah.
MacFarlane shit. I'm like, ugh. Of course,
No.
the character played by Seth MacFarlane happens to be a big fan of Frank Sinatra because
It's Seth
Yeah, that's the
MacFarlane.
only. It's, like they'll be doing something. I mean, the second season, like they take on like a lot of hot button topics, and like they have shit. They have shit to say,
yeah,
but then it'll come in with like a fart joke at the end. You're just like, see,
Yeah.
you were almost there.
and it's
Aw.
one of those shows where in the future all pop culture ends at the current pop culture,
Yeah.
which is always a thing that bugs me because like
Yeah.
he's super into something specific. I forget what it is. I want to say like Muppets or some shit like that. But like that would be me being really into like Renaissance paintings. Like, yeah, it's a thing people are into, but don't make it seem like that's normal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Steph, I just thought of the perfect name for the dog.
Mm.
So, see, the dog has white fur and black spots, right?
Mhm.
A character I can think of that has white hair but and wears a black suit. Sephiroth. Name your dog Sephiroth.
Oh my god.
Think about it. Think about it.
Let's know.
Steph and Sephi.
Huh? And when you're together, you're Sephiroth.
Like you can just
Jesus
look
Christ.
at them just being a cute little dog and just think in your head, Sephiroth.
Just-
Oh
it,
man, hearing that live,
I bet that was
part,
fucking intense.
it was
I
fantastic.
heard them, and
Felt it.
and then I heard them again, and then I looked over at Jordan and I was like, "Are they saying Sephiroth?" And he's like,
I was like,
"Yes."
"Yep."
And I was like, "It is so intense, like fire."
Did you not know that
a
before?
lot of, huh?
No, she did
Did you-
not.
You didn't know that they were saying Sephiroth before?
Honestly, I thought that was
No.
a joke online. I didn't realize it was actually in the
No.
game.
I never played the
Oh,
game and
yeah.
I knew that.
I
Yeah.
only, and the thing is, like, I only know Sephiroth because
Yeah, he's in Kingdom Hearts.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, he's there. Yeah.
Yes.
yeah.
Okay.
He's in 1 and 2. Yeah.
Yes. And then yeah, just I remember hearing that and I was like, "Oh my god, they're
Like-
actually saying it."
Like, how badass of a villain do you have to be to have your own theme song and to have your name in your own theme song?
That's metal. That's pretty metal.
Fucking pure evil.
Yeah, like I don't know. I don't
God.
know a single thing about the character other than he's the bad guy.
Yes.
And he's the guy Kenny Omega looks up to.
And see, the funny thing about
That's not all I
Sephiroth
got.
is that, yes, he is the bad guy, but also on a lot of things, he's kind of right.
Yeah,
one of those
he's-
real
yeah, he's-
Killmonger kind of guy.
Yeah, he's not saying anything. You can't really pop that theory. You're like, no. But it's still wrong, sir. You're
Yes. Like,
Yeah.
some of the things are saying, you're right, but you're also killing a lot of people. It's like,
Yes.
can't get behind you.
like, yeah.
Magneto was right.
God. Ugh.
All right, so that's our placements on the ship.
Yeah,
I'm
apparently.
captain. Leland is my counselor. Jordan is my number 1, and Steph is
I'm
in our
fun.
bar. She's the number fun.
Do you want to do another
Fine.
question?
I'm fun.
Doesn't Anthony have a heart out?
He does.
Yeah.
So
in
let's
about
hard
10
this out.
minutes.
Yeah.
All right, we want to cut it short.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Which is why I brought it back to the orchestra and the dog, so we can,
Yeah,
you know,
that's a callback.
Look at that.
bring everything full circle. And yes, Kefka is the better villain, but no one talks about Kefka because no one played that game. Final Fantasy VI.
Yeah.
Go on.
I got a heart out because, as last week I mentioned, Vision Video is in San Diego, so
Yes.
I'm going to go to my first fucking show in 3-4 years, I think, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even that, like, that's going to see like my friends, like that's either going to see like D-Lod or
Yeah.
Rebecca or somebody like I know tangentially.
Yeah.
This is the first time I'll see a band that I didn't know directly
Yeah.
in much longer, but certainly the first thing I've done like post lockdown. So I'm pretty pumped. I feel I'm
That's
looking good so far. So I'm gonna go out there and try not to drink too much and make friends, I guess. So if you have enjoyed this podcast, be sure that you are following us on our social medias. We are on the Facebook, Instagram, and the Twitter, and you can find us by searching League of Ridiculous Conversations. That's us. Or LoRC Podcast. There we post about the next shows that we do. We
Yes.
do 3 a week and sometimes other things. If I'd say if you're gonna follow one, follow that Instagram because specifically Steph, who does handle our all of our social medias, has
Yes.
been really great at posting art from our friends.
Yes.
Who we are lucky enough to have fantastic artists as friends, and I love that we've been able to just put that up and put our friends on pedestals that they deserve.
Mhm.
The other shows that we do on Thursdays, Steph and Jordan come back for Co-op Thursdays where they are working on getting through the forest.
Yes, we
Yes.
are.
Yes.
One day
well-
we'll finish exploring the forest.
Yeah. Hopefully
Is-
this Thursday.
Is it just me, or like you're really milking that game?
Oh, we just keep getting sidetracked by things.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
We had a plan, and then
I
I
don't know shit
realized.
about, but
we
I feel
should-
like you should be
yeah.
done by now.
I mean, if we were trying to just mainline the game, probably, but you know,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Like on the trip, if I saw a cluster of trees, I was just like, man, if I had my tools, I could get a lot of materials from that. And then like we just kept seeing stuff, and I was just like, man, the
It's like,
forest.
yeah.
I get it, Steph. When I see birds, I just want to shoot them because of Red Dead.
Yeah.
It's like Beck seeing the buffalo while they were out in Colorado.
we
Yeah.
we saw some too.
Bison.
Hey.
Bison, yeah, but
Jordan
Whatever.
specifically was like, we could get a perfect pelt with that. And I was like, we can. We can. It was a lot of fun. I can't help but just see, because we do things like in games sometimes, like when we're out and just seeing it, I'm just like, huh, I could be real productive over here. I saw a snowy mountain. I was like, see, if we were in the forest right now, we'd be exploring that.
it's true.
I could be drifting this car right now.
Yeah, as I'm walking around people in a crowded place, I think about, this would be like Elden Ring. I just stab this man in the back. He won't see it coming.
Jesus Christ.
Spicy hands.
I'll get his runes for myself and buy something with them.
And then Sunday we come together for a community gaming day where we play
Yes.
multiplayer games with everybody here with us.
Yeah.
If you
And this
would like-
weekend's going to be all 6 of us will be there. So
Woo!
we'll have our own private room
for
To
that-
try out the new
for the murder game.
yeah,
First
first class trouble.
Thank
first
you.
class trouble.
For the murder game.
The murder game.
the fancy version of Among Us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so fun.
So if you want to be up on any of that social medias, if you want to interact with us during the week, we have our Discord, which is free to everybody. Go ahead and find the link in the chat. Reach out to us via any of those social medias. We'll get you that link. We'll get you inside, and we will have a good time. Memes abundant, as well as conversations about video games and general news. I think we all kind of freaked out about that Obi-Wan trailer a little bit because that shit was
Oh, yeah.
hot.
It was good. That was a good trailer.
Yeah.
Was it?
I liked it. Yeah, I'm into it.
The
Although
music,
once they-
music is so good.
yeah,
once
that was the
they-
best part.
Once the news came out that they took Darth Maul out to put Vader in, I'll be honest, I don't like that.
Yeah, that's lame. That's lame.
I'm sorry, what?
They took Darth Maul out of the story and inserted Vader.
Oh, got it.
And I
Super
don't like
lame.
that. Yeah, super lame. But on our Discord, we'll get you in there. We'll all have a good time together. We are down to 60 topics on the list of ridiculousness, and you can add to it any kind of random topic, anything that you just think of late at night that you just ponder and wonder if others are pondering it with you. Send those to us at lorcpodcast@gmail.com. Leland, you are one of those artists that I was talking about. We share your fantastic stuff. Where do the people tap that main vein for that good art shit?
Instagram, Leland Pierce Art. You can Instagram and the Facebook. That's where I'm at. Yep. I'm gearing up for May, so I'm not posting much right now.
And we're doing Mermaid.
Mermaid, baby. I got 6 already sketched.
Is
I have
there a
no-
theme? in the
Not
theme?
yet. We're just sketching fish ladies right now.
Just half fish people. Sometimes the top half, sometimes the bottom half.
I
Do
don't know, you
some with
told me
that.
to do something last week, but I don't remember what I was.
I
supposed to
wanted
do.
an all Thundercats Mermaid.
I'll give you one.
Okay. I'll let you choose which one to do, and then you can explain to me why it's Panthro.
He has nunchucks.
He sure does.
Is that your favorite Thundercat?
No, but I think that would be like the best looking mercat.
Okay.
Also, we all know who his favorite Thundercat is.
That's why I was thrown off.
Yes, we don't need to talk about it. We're trying to get out of here. Jordan,
yes,
you
sir.
have got your own Twitch channel. You're streaming. You're doing things.
Yes, you can find me on most social media platforms. That's Jordan is a Bear, and on twitch.tv/Jordan is a Bear every Friday at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time and Saturday and Sunday at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Now, I will tell you that I'm thinking about maybe changing my streaming schedule. I don't know what it's going to be yet. But for now, we're gonna stick to the Friday, Saturday, Sunday thing. But I'm probably gonna move some days around so I can have maybe a full day during the weekend to do stuff.
Yeah.
Because I generally don't do stuff over the weekends because I'm so focused on streaming. So I think maybe I should go outside and touch grass more. You know, I had such a great time in Denver. I'm like, oh, maybe I should do this more.
Get you time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, but until any of that happens, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, twitch.tv/JordanIsABear. Follow me on Twitter specifically for like stream updates and just random thoughts and whatnot. Watch Turning Red on Disney Plus. It's a good movie.
Yeah, it was great. I enjoyed it.
It's not a movie for Leland because it's about girls and Chinese culture.
It wasn't for me.
Two
It's
things
definitely not for
Leland
you.
hates. Steph,
Yes.
your
You
turn.
can- if you want to see a lot of what I did over the weekend, it'll be on Instagram. At Stephanoids. That's
Spell it.
STPHUHNOIDS.
All right, there it is.
And I don't know when I'll stream again. Hopefully sometime soon. More or less, I always just want to make sure my connection's all good and all that. But find that out. And when I go live, feel free to follow me on Twitch and on Twitter and on Instagram. That's more or less where you'll find out what I'm doing. Which again, Stephanoids. STPHUHNOIDS. I post shit.
I've got nothing.
That's perfect. That's okay. Oh, sorry. I was being supportive.
Steph threw me off. I was really trying to come up with something, but I got nothing. So holla at your boy. Find me on the Twitter and the Instagram. You can find me at Spooky the 13th on both of them.
If you want to name this dog, no, I don't.
Oh.
If you want to
Yeah,
call
see,
him my addict.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking like something
You want
about
me to punch a hole in your attic? Let me.
that don't make sense. I'm like, if you want to see my Cloud Buster, then like we didn't mention the Buster Sword.
It's true.
So like I really couldn't think of anything to really like latch on to.
Oh, good. Well, we'll talk about this next week.
If you want to meet my pussy destroyer.
Damn it.
Lord.
So until next week, I'm Anthony, and in alphabetical order we are.
Jordan.
I'm Leland.
I'm Steph.
And we'll see you next week.
Bye.
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 Oh man.
You guys.
Hold on,
Good
this one.
times.
Who's hanging out for LoRC nights?
I mean,
no one.
you're not because you have to leave in like
Yeah,
2
I thought
minutes.
you had to leave.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna check my makeup, call Uber, and head out. 2:56.
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm hungry.
Yeah.
I'm hungry too, but you don't hear me complaining.
I got more to feed than you do.
So, while we're waiting for our stuff to, export and upload and all that good stuff, we started listening to the Always Sunny podcast, right? And then I found
yeah.
out that Charlie Day really exudes Anthony and energy, and it's really funny to me.
I have heard this from people before.
Because like one of the conversations is just like Charlie's just like, oh yeah, I didn't eat breakfast today. I just don't eat breakfast. I just don't do that.
Yeah, I just don't eat breakfast.
I'm like, this dude's just Anthony, but famous.
I've heard that. All right, kids. You all have a good night. Thank you, everybody out in chat. I've got a show to go to, so I'm gonna get my spooky on. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you,
and I'll
everybody.
see you later.
You.
Bye.
Y'all
Bye.
Are y'all leaving too? There's no
Yeah.
nights.
Yeah, we don't have to have nights every time.
No, we have before.
Also, yeah, don't get COVID because long COVID is fucking scary. It's the scariest part of COVID.
Oh yeah, I got my mask. I'm still bringing
Good.
my mask.
Hey, there you
Good.
go.
All right.
All right.
Awesome.
Bye,
Bye, everybody.
Be safe. Bye.
Four Bronco burgers and a pack Dinosaurus when it comes to chicks. Hard to say how he gets his kicks. He's got the nicest paving town. Done of course in pastel brown. He drives a super set of wheels. Imagine how